Warning: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All people are presumed innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, and I do reserve my First Amendment right to express myself.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Dish and Tea with D, another Crime in San Antonio episode. So today we are going to be discussing a high school here on the northwest side of San Antonio. It is Warren High School. It is one of the newer schools. Yes, I think it's now like maybe 10 years old or something, maybe even more. Because the school was built when I was in high school, so it split up our high school at the time. So again, maybe a little older, 15 years, but still one of our bigger, newer schools, give or take. Um, so again, this is kind of concerning. We have been seeing a lot of weapons being brought into our schools. Again, don't forget the Carmelo Anthony case where he brought a knife to a track meet and um, fatally stabbed Austin Metcalf. So here we are again. They're continuing to bring weapons into schools, and um, according to sources, this person wasn't even a student at the school. So, but before we get into the story, I do want to say, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, share it with your families, have them subscribe. And have them share the information. Don't forget to go to vividlifestyles-bvls.com. Go there, volunteer, donate. We're also having a fundraiser this Halloween to scare the predators. So go to pandaexpress.com or go to the Panda Express app, order takeout or delivery. Um, Put the code 9006879 in the fundraiser box at checkout, and Panda Express would donate some of those sales and proceeds to Vivid Lifestyles VVLS. The QR code is at the top, so you just gotta scan it. It'll take you straight to the Vivid Lifestyles Panda Express flyer, and you just go there, order, and it'll take you out to the Panda Express website. Or you can just go straight to the Panda Express website, order there. Of course, it's nationwide. So if you're in Washington, if you're in Maine, you're in California, you're in Florida, you're in Oregon, you're in Tennessee, you're in Wyoming, if you have a Panda Express near you, please order for pickup or delivery. And some of the proceeds will go save a life, help a family or an individual to get away from an abusive situation or a dangerous situation. So, again, don't forget, go to the website, go to Panda Express, um, or go to Cash App. However you want to donate, please do what you can. We're also starting November 1st. We will be starting to take donations for people in need, for who are going to be denied their food stamps. So we'll be taking monetary donations for that as well, and we'll figure out. It will get used to the public. That's why I said November 1st, because I haven't quite figured how I want to do this. I don't know if I want to team up with local other vendors, or other local entrepreneur companies, small companies, small businesses, and things like that. Hopefully we can come together and feed Texas, feed America. So, with that said, let's get back into the story of these guns and violence in our schools. So, parents and students at Warren High School say that they are shaken and frustrated after learning that a an um, individual who happened to be a female showed up on campus Monday with three weapons. So this just happened Monday, so yesterday. I'm assuming. I thought it was a little bit before, but maybe not. Um, So this happened Monday. So a girl shows up on campus Monday with three weapons. It doesn't say that there were guns. I'm just assuming there were guns. So three weapons, knives, guns, whatever. The girl who is not a Warren student was taken into custody by Northside Independent School District's police. No one was injured, but many families found the news alarming. I was shocked. I was speechless, Warren student Santiago Corona said. It could have been worse, but we're glad nothing escalated to that point, according to Melissa Harris, who has two children at the school. She says she was trying to process this because you heard it before us. And for me to hear it from KSAT, it's like, wait, what? So now parents are, from that statement, it's telling me that she wasn't aware this incident happened until she heard it on the news. So that means um, usually schools are supposed to be notify parents either through a letter, through email, through the school. They get a phone call. I get them all the time. So for this situation, not to get for the parent not to receive some type of information or email or letter in regards to this situation is very concerning and very alarming. So because every time something happens, I'm like, okay, let me text my dad, text, my daughter, whatever, because one, again, I don't have a vehicle, my parents do, so they're a lot closer. So, I mean, they'll be the first ones to be there if anything was to happen. Okay, so with that said, another parent, Adela Corona, um, so the other parent, Adela Corona, so I'm assuming this is the young girl's mom that got interviewed, said the situation left her questioning campus safety. We are not secure no more, I guess, Corona said. In a letter sent to families, Warren's principal said the girl entered through the main campus doors and told staff she wanted to register. After further questioning, district police were contacted. A search revealed three weapons, though officials have not said what kind of weapons were found. While students expressed confidence in school safety procedures, the situation served as a reminder of how vulnerable campuses can feel. So again, this girl happened to just walk in through the front doors. I know a lot of the elementaries, you got to be buzzed. You pretty the either you got to be buzzed in, or you can walk in, but there's a second door that are locked, and then you have to be buzzed in from there. And you know what I mean? So it's either the office is before the buzzed in doors or the office is behind the buzzed in doors. But either way, you have to get buzzed in and to get to the into the school any further than that. But again, this person stated she wanted to register. So she's in high school. I'm not sure why she would be there to register for herself and not have a parent there with her, but or what, or how even old this, I don't know. So anyway, when Kesa asked if Santiago feels safe, he paused before saying, I feel safe. I know how they do their safety precautions and they try to keep us safe. The motive for the girl's presence on campus is unclear. So nobody knows why she was there or who she is or what her affiliation is to that campus for her reason of being there. Northside ISD said the investigation is still ongoing. So, with that said, they're not releasing the type of weapons she had. Again, we don't know. We can just only assume. Obviously, they had to be some type of knife, gun, something sharp object, and I'm sure if she had a nail file in there, they probably wouldn't say that that was a weapon. You know what I mean? So, but obviously, the questioning that the staff did obviously raised an eyebrow, and they alerted the Northside Independent Police Department, which is fine. But during that time, it was just like had like you never know what could have happened between the time that the Northside police got there and from the time that they made the complaint, what this girl could have done with those weapons that they're not giving us information on. So again, some kids do feel safe, some kids don't feel safe. Again, parents on top of that are definitely not going to feel safe, especially if they find something like this on the news before getting a letter. I'm sure the letter went out the next day or something, but word travels fast. The school shouldn't have waited to alert parents in regards to this. And they're doing that on purpose to make my dogs bark. They're already inside and they're still yelling maintenance. Fucking idiots. Okay. So anyway, so again, be careful with your schools. Demand information, especially when something like this goes happens and you hush, Coco, and you don't get notified right away. You really need to be on them. You need to ask them questions, why, and what ifs, and what could have happened. So again, I have a couple more in regards to schools and incidents of schools. So I think this week is going to be, or then at least today and tomorrow are going to be like full of these stories of things happening in a school. And these are all local. These are all within a couple of miles of each other or within minutes of each other. One's just across the town, but we're still in San Antonio. Like, that's an easy 30-minute drive on the highway. Like, come on, guys. So again, just because it is not happening in your own backyard doesn't mean it cannot happen in your own backyard. So be safe out there. Be aware of your surroundings. Make sure your kids are prepared for something like this to happen. You need to discuss this with them. Don't rely on the schools to protect your children. You need to provide your children with information and knowledge in order for them to be safe. So with that said, everybody else, you guys stay safe. Don't forget to go to the to the website, donate, volunteer. Don't forget to click the QR code, order Panda Express on Halloween, and save a life. All right, you guys be safe and have a good one. Until next time.